black cop gets racially profiled by cops. Here it is.
Yeah, pulling you over. For what? For chirping your tires. Yeah, I got your car.
I'm the police, bro.
You're on the police?
You see, I gave you my ID.
I didn't see it.
What am I on the arrest for? Sit down.
I'll explain to you in a second.
Gas the tires? I'm going to jail?
Hey, why are you being so difficult, man?
I'm not going to... If you ask a question, I'll explain why. I literally just got off the plane. It's my friend's birthday.
Okay.
I just rented this car, and I've broken no law that I know of. And you haven't explained to me which law I
Well, you
broke.
did. That's what I told you when we were stopping you.
So what law?
So when I'm asking you to sit down, and you're like, I don't have to, I don't want to.
I don't have to sit down if I don't want to.
Yes, you do. If I'm telling you to sit down, you have to sit down.
I'm glad I didn't bring my gun. I know that. Because it would have been... I know y'all would have threw me on the floor, all type of stuff.
No.
I would have got beat up.
Not like that out here, bro.
The municipal code?
No, it's a state code.
It's a state code?
Yep.
Yeah, I violated it. I understand.
It's 28-708.
All 30 years of my life, I've never been in handcuffs sitting on the curb before. Like, look, he doing the same. That's what exactly. Go pull that bitch over. I didn't. Yeah, that's what I had nowhere to
You're
go.
not the only one tonight.
I know that's. He's doing the same thing for longer, and it's louder. Like, what the
Dealing with you, I can't go.
No, but there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get his ass. Bro, he didn't even have nowhere to go, bro. He just doing the same shit. And he ran a red light.
Skyline.
He busted a U-turn in the middle of traffic. That's illegal. That's an infraction, bro.
That's the Skyline.
I don't, whatever. You can't make a U-turn within 100 feet of an intersection.
Out here you can.
Just don't beat my ass. That's all.
Unless you get crazy, nobody's going to put hands on you.
He's the police. Put it up full mass. What did it? Was it the black skin? Maybe the locks. Perhaps the fact he knew the law. Possibly all three. Black Chicago cop gets racially profiled by cops in Arizona. Officer Jalen Woods was racially profiled by local police, Tempe Police, according to Atlanta Black Star. They did great reporting on this. The Chicago cop is now suing the local police department for violating his First, Fourth, and 14th Amendment rights, as well as false arrest, malicious prosecution, gross negligence, defamation, and racial discrimination. The incident took place on August 23rd, 2024, only hours after Officer Woods had arrived in Phoenix to celebrate a friend's birthday. He had a rental car, which local outlets report was a Dodge Hellcat. I was driving with a friend through the entertainment district in the city, a municipality that borders Phoenix, when police said he chirped his tires. Yes, chirped his tires. The police wasted no time in ordering him out of his car and handcuffing and arresting him, claiming they were obligated to do so, even though it's considered a minor infraction because he was from out of town. The footage also shows there were other cars revving their engines louder than he did, but none of the cops at the scene bothered to stop them. The cops also impounded his rental car, telling him they were required to do so by state law, telling him it would be impounded for 20 days. But the lawsuit states there is no state law requiring an impounding the vehicle for 20 days, quote, unless the officer reasonably believes the other individuals are at risk or serious bodily injury or death by the person driving the vehicle. In this case, they could have easily allowed his friend in the passenger seat to drive the car, but the claim states they wanted to impound the vehicle to conduct an, quote, inventory search in the hopes of finding something more serious to arrest him on. In other words, was your typical pretextual stop that is used against Black people and other minorities daily across the country, as Atlanta Black Star has reported many times, including that time Chicago police fired 96 rounds in 41 seconds, killing a Black man they had stopped for a seatbelt violation, which was later changed to a stop for illegal tents. This is also why many local jurisdictions have now banned pretextual stops, because police officers were utilizing them illegally, unconstitutionally, in order to effect an arrest of something else. There's more. So Officer Woods actually spent the night in jail on a misdemeanor charge of, quote, racing on highways, aiding and abetting. A charge that was quickly dismissed by the prosecutors, who realized they did not have enough evidence to convict him on that charge. The claim states the arrest resulted in him being placed on administrative leave from his job in Chicago at the Chicago Police Department, and also left him with a bacterial infection and emotional distress. The local police further retaliated against him in January after he filed a notice of claim indicating he was going to sue the city by calling his superiors in Chicago, resulting in him being investigated by internal affairs, all right? So every government entity, every governmental agency, you are required to send them notice that you're going to sue. If you do not send this notice, you're not allowed to go to step 2, which is a lawsuit. So he sends, likely by way of his attorney, the proper notice to sue document. They take the notice to sue, and they decide to call his superiors in Chicago. Maybe they know somebody. Maybe they got old buddies at the Chicago PD. Whatever it may be, the fact that they made those calls, and if it can be proven in a court, goes to the actual claim that he originally filed, that the entire interaction was intentional, targeted, and discriminatory in nature. All right, Sharon, hell of a thing. Police target the police, find out he's the police, and still put him in jail for a misdemeanor charge.
They're just doing what they do, and nobody's going to check them. That's the attitude. And look, as you laid out, Doc, what they kept doing, the incident, the aftermath, all of it, it just shows that they're above the law. They know it. We know it. And in order to hold them accountable, you have to jump through incredible hoops. I hate that the brother had to go through this, but there was a very real admission from a police officer in that footage that you showed. He said, other circumstances, I would have gotten beat up. The thing, I didn't have my gun with me. They know it, and we know it. It's disgusting. It's willful misconduct. These are slave catchers. I'm going to keep saying things like that because they're living up to their history and their birthright. This is what's going on.
Yeah. And you're right. The original DNA of policing agencies was basically a slave patrol to protect property, and Black people were considered the property of those individuals who own plantations and allegedly people. All right, we'll bring you updates. We'll see where this lawsuit goes. I'm glad he filed it. Hopefully this transforms some of that corruption in the local department.